Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The download that came in for you guys was just one word: barefaced. I don't know if that's actually a word, but the phrase barefaced. There's something about you being bare, naked, free of makeup, free of war paint, free of the mask, free of what you think you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to love, how you're supposed to show up, how you have to take care of yourself. There's a transparency, there's a bravery. Your shadow, Leo. There is a bravery that's coming in that's giving you what you need to let yourself be bare and to trust that you can be fucking properly loved, barefaced, flaws and fucking all. Hi, Aquarius. It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2024, baby. And I meant to say flaws and all. I had the clicker in my hand, so I couldn't maneuver my hand the way I wanted it to. But there's something about what even are flaws? Like, it's just, you either love yourself holistically or not. And I feel like a lot of you are getting the opportunity to be brave as fuck and let yourself be seen, let yourself be loved, even if things are falling apart, even if your body isn't behaving the way you want it to, even if you aren't behaving or feeling the way that you want to. You still deserve love. You still will receive love. Are you opening yourself to it though? All right, let's dive in. As I welcome in my benevolent ancestors, I want to create a safe space. Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2024. Go ahead, grab your things, hydrate, light it if you need it. That is the new phrase. It came to me in I want to say in Virgo or Libra reading, but Virgo season has shifted things up. Yeah, you may got it, but do you need it? So light it if you need it. Control yourself. Take only what you need from it. MGMT try to tell us. And this season, you lose Pluto for a little bit. So you get a little bit of a break. All that damn transformation that's been going on, I feel like you finally get to settle into some integration. It's like all of this, the onslaught of energy, the onslaught of downloads, the onslaught of transformation that's come in, changes that have happened, like these big transformations in your life. You're getting a break to like, okay, let's assess, well, slow the fuck, let's figure some shit out, let's make sense of some of this, let's apply our knowing and our logic to some of what we've learned. Hopefully you're applying new knowing and new logic, new mindsets, because that's what cosmically has been being set up in the sky for everybody. There's a new lens to look at life through. There's a new lens it's like the lens that you look at life through, that lens is being updated, that prescription is being updated. And in some sort of way, I just feel like new thought processes are going to lead Gemini, I think. So new thought processes with Mars and Jupiter and Gemini are going to lead to a new way of analyzing information, Virgo season. And Aquarius, you are the sign of I know, which means new thinking, new analyzation skills equates to a new knowing. It's just gonna happen. And it's interesting, I just saw 3:33 on the clock. It's like you're finally learning how to co-create with the God of your understanding. You're finally learning how to slow down and welcome. And your ruling planet Saturn is retrograde in Pisces, so he's really giving you the opportunity to get your mental health together, to get your spiritual practices together, to create a new structure for yourself. Uranus is also, okay, that's the other thing I need to tell you. On September 1st, your other ruling planet, Uranus, is going to be retrograding in Taurus. And Uranus is the planet of revolution. And with him being retrograde in Taurus, there could be a lot, like, he could turn into to giving a lot of revelations, and revelations that will lead to new revolutions in your life. And this is going to impact your self-worth. This is going to impact money. This is going to impact career. It's going to impact your values. Your value system will be changing. You will be reevaluating all of those things. And so it is a big season of analyzation and integration for you. Big time. That's the name of the game. So get ready as we welcome in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2024. Yep. 7 of Cups reversed. First thing to be clarified on the Selenite throne is all this damn confusion you've been experiencing. Some of you don't recognize yourselves. Some of you are being forced to prioritize your shadow or the understanding of your shadow, which makes sense because Leo season was your shadow season for you Aquarius suns. And your shadow is that raw, uncut, unfiltered version of you. Your shadow doesn't give a fuck what other people think. It doesn't care about societal conditionings or societal norms. There is a big emotional outpouring of like what you thought you knew and what you thought you felt, how you felt about things, how you felt about yourself, how you felt about your dark side in some sort of way. There is a huge pouring out of emotions that I feel like you're going to have to, it's like the contents of these cups have spilled on the floor and you're going to have to like make sense of it. You're going to have to analyze it. You're going to have to, sorry, I'm getting a phone call. You're going to have to analyze it. You're going to have to like analyze. And the data that you collect from this analysis will upgrade your knowing. It's going to take you to a higher echelon in the mind, a higher echelon in life for some of you. There may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements, someone else with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements who is going to be having this emotional outpouring. I feel like people with Capricorn placements are going to be really, really important to you. People with Scorpio placements will be playing a big role as well. There's lots to learn from them. There's a lot to, and I feel like it's also important that you pour out the contents of your heart when it comes to how you feel about those people. I feel like also, depends on the Aquarius, but some of y'all really struggle to express the ooey gooey, like express your emotions, express your feelings. And I feel like there's a lot of clarity to be experienced, a lot of clarity you can give for other people, a lot of clarity that you can acquire for yourself when you are willing to tap into that shadow Leo bravery and courage. And remember, you just got this one fucking life in this beautiful body, baby. You better make the most of it. You better do your part to shoot your shot. You do your part to make sure that you don't get to your deathbed and you have any fucking regrets. That you said was what was on your heart, that you shared your emotions, you gave people their flowers before it was too late. You gave yourself your flowers before it was too late. You know, there's a shift in cycle. I feel like there is a big change in regards to how you feel about somebody with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Capricorn placements, and a change in how they feel about you. I feel like there's a big change in your understanding of your subconscious mind. A big change in what you're visualizing yourself for the future, what you realize that you're capable of having. I feel like there's just so much information, so much things that are bubbling up from the surface, coming up from the past, and some of you are going to start to realize that there's been heartbreak or disappointment or people that have walked away in the result of that, the pain of that, the pain of the past, I feel like, is still dictating a lot of your present. And it's led to this indecision. And I feel like Virgo season is gonna dead that indecision. It's like you finally putting those swords down, putting your defenses down, and grabbing with both hands the pain that's in your heart, so you can explore the contents that have spilled. You can look and you can analyze and you can extract all the data that comes from this darkness, all the data that comes from the mess, the internal mess, the all of the fear and the apprehension, and you keeping yourself protected and all this stuff. Some of you are guarding yourselves with your pain, and you think that like you're coming off calm, cool, and collected and whatnot, but it's like, no, we can see it. We can see you. There's mental conflict that's coming up to the surface to be dealt with. Both cards have like very prominent clouds, which lets me know in some sort of way there's thought processes, there's conversations, there's emotions that are still so unclear within you, that you're still trying to figure things out. Some of you, I feel like someone, like, this isn't for all of you, but some of you are finding out that you're still fucked up over somebody that like fucked with you. You're still fucked up about from like an old relationship. This could be from like, the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck, this like 5 years ago, or 15 years ago. There could be just something like someone hurt you, someone wounded you, it could be 5 months ago, 7 months ago, whatever it is. I feel like you're going to start to realize in your analyzation process and sifting through all of this mess, you're going to start to realize like, damn, I'm still holding on to that, or I'm still holding on a grudge from that, or I've yet to really like heal this wound. And it's impacting your present. It's impacting how you talk to people. It's impacting how deeply you let people in. It's impacting your ability to wish and to have hope. And you're the sign of hope and wishes, and friends in higher places, and community and the collective. Aquarius, you are the sign that progresses us. Like, your mindset, your knowing, your energy progresses us as a species. And I think it's time to get really intentional about what ways do you want to progress yourself, the people around you, and the collective. What progressive contribution do you want to give? And it has to come from this place of freedom. I feel like a lot of us, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, like, I say us because I'm in your energy. A lot of us are about to like give us free. Like, you're breaking the shackles, you're breaking the chains off of some aspect of your heart and your mind. I feel like you're going to notice that you've been spending a little too much time in the past. And when I saw the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck, it's like, it reminds me that whatever conflict is coming up in your life, the way to resolve the conflict is by way of giving yourself more data, giving yourself more education, giving yourself more knowledge, and diving deeper into your spirituality about it. Regardless of how you define God or the universe or source or whatever it is, you got to tune into that. Talked about him and then he came out. He was on the bottom of the deck. The Hierophant at the center of the reading. This is like, yo, what is keeping you from the next level? Information. Better conflict resolution skills. A lot of y'all are great at just running and walking away and just ghosting, tapping into your emotional detachment, and just freeing yourself. And when Pluto comes back in November, baby, you're not gonna be able to do that anymore. For the next 20 years, you're gonna be forced to get masterful in conflict resolution, in transformation, in knowledge, masterful in yourself, masterful in being a leader, being a teacher, being a mentor. Some of you may be going back to school. Some of you have been struggling with your intelligence level. Some of you don't think that you're smart enough to make something happen. Don't think that you're smart enough to graduate. Don't you think, it's like you don't think that you have the skills or the tools to become this, like, this leader or this spiritual leader um or an advisor, or you don't think that you're smart enough to like get to the next level. And if that is the case, then education is the answer. And education for a lot of you doesn't have to be like conventional, like school. It could be, you reading certain books, falling down a rabbit hole on YouTube, going to YouTube University, doing your part to acquire the knowledge that you need. It doesn't have to be traditional college or school. But I do feel like there's something going on with your relationship to tradition, to conformity. There may be somebody with Taurus placements coming in that's playing a big role. There may be somebody with Taurus placements that's already in your life that is about to be playing a bigger role, or making a big impact. There could be a mentor coming in, a moral authority. Some of you want to be teachers. Some of you want to be pastors. Some of you want to be spiritual leaders. Some of you want to be, like spiritual, like on the spiritual guru spectrum in some sort of way. Some of you have a lot to give, have a lot to teach, have a lot to share. And I feel like somewhere along the way, someone made you feel less than, or someone made you question yourself, and you're going to have to overcome that. Because you're brilliant and you have so much to offer. You have so much more to give than you're letting yourself see. And the keys to the doors that are locked are already in you. They are already within you. It's just like, are you going to let yourself, you've got to do some emotional and mental work so that you can start to appreciate yourself. You can start to like see yourself the way that the divine sees you. See yourself the way that your community and other people and your friends see you. I feel like some of you are really struggling to see your spark. Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising, and you got that fucking flame, baby. You need to know there's something real, real, real special about you. And if you don't see it, I need you to like tap into the other people that see it around you. And external validation should not be what leads you to make decisions, but it can influence you, put you on the, they see something that I don't see. So maybe it's time that I do some internal analysis so that I can make sure, so I can like lean into, or so that I can acquire some appropriate audacity, so that I can start to like find the gumption to start really like believing myself. I feel like the pillars of your faith, the pillars of your values, this is Taurus, your ruling planet is retrograding in Taurus. And it's like the pillars that hold you up, the pillars that hold up your confidence, that hold up your humanity, that hold up your personality, the things that make you you are being reinforced and strengthened. But I need you to know, if you're struggling with confidence, it's time to get competent in something. And when you're fucking competent in that thing, confidence will just ooze off of you. So don't discredit school and education and becoming a bit of an expert on something, because some of you are playing the jack of all trades is a master of none game. Hydrate. But I also feel like your relationship to religion and children, I didn't mean to say children, but your relationship to religion, to children, to community, to groups, to like ethics and morals, all of that stuff. There's something about like the status quo. Some of you, like, you guys are the rebels of the zodiac. But I feel like in Virgo season, there's something that's pulling you towards being a bit more traditional. Some of you may start to realize, I want a traditional family. I'm trying to be a trad wife. I'm trying to be, you know, a trad husband, whatever it is. Some of you may start to realize that you're finding comfort in something more traditional. And I feel like you are being developed emotionally. You are being stretched and expanded so that you can become way more masterful in your emotions. I believe this is a Sun in Pisces card, but a lot of people say that this is Sun in Scorpio. And the ruler of Scorpio is Pluto and Mars, which both are changing signs. You know, Pluto is leaving your sign, retrograding back into Capricorn. He's been hanging out at 0 degrees Aquarius for quite some time. And so I feel like he's going to leave you with a lot of homework, a lot of emotional homework, so that you can really start to develop how to feel your fucking feelings and how to share those feelings, how to develop your spirituality, how to be someone that is emotionally transparent. That, remember, like, the name of the game is to get barefaced, not to become harder to read, harder to, you know, communicate with. Oop, I just asked. Final card. Look at God. The 6 of Wands, public success and recognition. If you do this work, it will be noticeable. The change, the ways that you grow, the ways that you expand will be noticeable. What flipped out also, but I'm not putting those on the bottom of the deck, is the Hangman and the 2 of Cups. Some of you, it's like you're moving forward towards evaluating your subconscious mind. There's all these aha moments and insights. You're going to have to, some of the contents of these cups that are spilling have to do with shame, have to do with guilt, have to do with self-flagellations, your negative self-talk, have a lot to do with your subconscious mind, have a lot to do with what your dreams are telling you, what you learn from that Pisces, what you learn from your mother, what you learn about connection, what you learn from your parents or the lack thereof. You know, like, there's the non-intentional or the unintentional lessons that you learned subconsciously. I just feel like there's some big aha moments that are coming in around the ways that you've kept yourself stuck. And both your ruling planets are retrograde. So you will be slowed down. There is a cosmic pause that's happening, but it's needed because it's going to put you in this position where you can finally be hands-free and finally do your work so that you can attract and maintain those, you know, so that you can attract somebody else who's done their work. Sorry, my timer went off. So you can attract somebody else that's done their work, because like attracts like. Physics tells us that like attracts like. So you show up to the dating pool, or you show up in your marriage insecure, stuck, hard-headed, and you're going to attract that from your partner or from some new person. You show up to the dating pool insecure, you're going to attract insecure. You show up guarded and braced, you're going to attract reasons to be guarded and braced. And I feel like that's why this slowdown is happening. This is Pisces, and your ruling planet Saturn is retrograde there. He's like, yo, babe, like, why are you still moving at this pace? It's because you guys want to intellectualize everything and you want everything to make sense. And not everything is meant to make sense. Some things are supposed to be uncertain. Certainty is an illusion. But all of this is happening so that you can welcome in love, that bare-faced, transparent, truly, madly, deeply real shit. For those of you who are already in a commitment or a marriage or relationship, you have a lot of opportunity for things to get much, much deeper. Yes, you do your work and the fruit of your labor will show. But it's not on your timeline. and it's happening a little bit slower than you would like. Good. That's where faith is cultivated and grown and birthed. And you need to be able to give yourself that, because love, truly, madly deep, that good, ooey, like, that wants to come in. And for those of you who are already in a relationship or a marriage, the slowdown, this integration, all this personal work that's happening, all this healing that you're doing, because all these cards are solitary. The personal work that you're doing is so that you can get back to that truly, madly, deeply part of your marriage or your commitment or your relationship. There is an opportunity to like have a new take on old love, or have old love be reinvigorated, have yourselves re-entwined, recommitted to each other. And so the Seven of Pentacles was on the bottom of the deck, but I am going to honor this and let the Hangman be on the bottom of the deck, because this does tell me this season, this is Pisces, we're in Virgo season. Virgo is the opposite of Pisces. You're going to have to do some profound mental and emotional and spiritual analyzation so you can get unstuck in the realm of belief, so you can get unstuck within your heart. I don't know what the fuck that was, but I just feel like there's all these surprises. There's all these things that are coming in that are very, like, I want you to expect the unexpected and let yourself believe that it's like good. They're positive things. Everything is happening for you so that you can fucking take off and take off with love and levity and this carefree energy, this like freedom that wants to come in. Only one major arcana came out, and that's the Hierophant in the center of the reading. I feel like go do your homework, go do some homework and research the Hierophant. Just search it. I'm trying to stop saying Google it. Research it and see what resonates from you whenever you see the definitions of the Hierophant. But I do feel like you guys are moving towards more of a traditional human experience. And you need to have a little bit of taste of that so you can still figure out, do I align with all this shit that I rebel against? I was talking about that last night on the, talking about how like I rebelled and didn't let myself learn so many things because I didn't want to fall into like doing the stereotypical black girl shit. Like I refused to learn how to play spades. I refused to learn how to play beer pong for forever just because everybody in my generation was doing it. I refused to learn how to cornrow. I refused to learn, like there were certain things that I was just like, hell no, I'm not. Oh, you think I'm supposed to know how to do this? Watch me thrive without it. For me, especially, it was in school. I was determined. My dad went to Boston University, then to Harvard. My dad is so education heavy. Like he pressed it so much. I was like, watch me fucking thrive without a degree. Granted, it's happened, and I did make that dream come true. But now I'm like, ooh, I'm kind of like, part of me really wants to go to school. And so I feel like there's that something like that is happening for you guys, where it's just like you rebelled so hard against something, and now you need to see how it feels to experience that thing that you rebelled against. I'm not going to be monogamous. I'm going to be polyamorous, and I'm going to blah, blah, blah. And now you're going to have to see the opposite. The thing that you rebelled against, I feel like you're going to have to experience the traditional side of things. This is a season of heavy analysis and profound integration. And I promise you will come out on the other side a more complete person, and people will notice the change in you. It's going to be beautiful. You're already so beautiful. You're already so lovely. But you're going to get to establish a different kind of harmony in your life. Harmony within your physical, spiritual, sexual energy. And I'm just excited to clarify this because there's a lot of like little personal things, about this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, about this Taurus, about marriage, about this Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius person, also about the air sign. Like we're going to talk about that in the plunge over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. Over there we clarify all these cards. There's also daily a tier for daily readings. For free shit though, check out my Instasham at JustJ_everything, TikTok at JustJEverything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website, JustJEverything.com. Over there you can book a personal reading with me. And also like have fun and play in the salvage spirit apothecary. Get yourself a customized blend. All the links are in the description box below. Over on the plunge, we're gonna go another 10 to 20 minutes like clarifying these cards and diving deeper. So I look forward to seeing you over there. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.